Well, welcome back. Let's do unzip. Like, you know, WinZip, not pants. Let's unzip this line of data. I mean, if pants are what you're into, too. I don't know what you're planning on doing. Maybe watching my videos is your fetish. I'm going to abandon this line of thought real quick. Move the leftmost data cube up, then move the next cube in the line down. Next one up, next one down. You know, like unzipping a zipper. I've already started the solution for you. You're welcome. I'm going to use my ability to see in the future, and basically, if there's a cube to your left, then, I'll figure it out. But basically, you're going to do a check of if there's a wall to your left, then you move it up. And then if there's a nothing to your left, then you move it down. And then I don't actually know what I'm supposed to do after that. We'll see. I'll use the hint and I'll figure it out. So everyone picks up their cube. If to your left is a wall, then you step up and drop it. Else, for everyone else, if there... I guess I can... First off, I'll get rid of the else statement there because I don't need it. If there is a nothing... to your left. Okay, so if there's a nothing to your left, then you step down and then do a drop. Otherwise, what'll happen is this will be delayed. So this person will detect that there's a nothing to their left, and they'll do a step down and do a drop. Then this person also does that check, and so this is going to desynchronize their states. So this if statement's going to take one cycle for both of these people. So this person's gonna... I can actually use the same condition, and we'll do a step up and a drop. And then if that doesn't work, if you weren't able to do either, then you jump back and start rechecking again. So again, this is fairly nuanced, and I find this solution extremely interesting. So this is code for the first person. They detect the wall, they step up and drop it. This person checks if there's a nothing, they step down and drop it. While this person is stepping down, the next person in line checks if there's a nothing, and they step up. Then this person will check to the left if there's a nothing, they'll step down. Simultaneously, that person will step up, and it will conga line down. I think this will work just fine. Fantastic.
Well done.
Nailed it. That is a subtle puzzle. That's really cool. I'm really actually super happy with that one. I nailed the speed challenge, so that's absolutely the way that you can do that. Wow. That was really cool. I'm actually super proud of myself. Yeah, I did not expect that this game would involve actually manipulating your workers based off of what cycle they're going to be on. And I imagine as we continue in this puzzle game, that's going to get really, really, really hard. Where we're going to have to like really manage and synchronize all these workers running in parallel. Oh no. Oh no, it's multi-threaded. Oh no, it's a game about multi-threaded programming. Oh shit. Oh no, I wasn't ready for this. I didn't sign up for this. Oh no. Multi-threaded programming sucks. But basically the way that works is your computer slices up all of its time across different workers, and each of them work in parallel, and then you have to synchronize them and make sure that whenever they need to coordinate with each other, that coordination happens successfully. And it's really hard and almost never works. And now I'm playing a video game about it. The thing I probably dreaded the most. Intro to shredding. Oh no, and I can't believe they introduced the multi-threading stuff that early in the game. I'm introduced to something very dear to my heart. Shredders. They shred anything dropped inside. Anything. Please shred. Ooh. Ha. Yes, I apologize for my behavior. Shredding just gets me unseasonably excited. Are we ready to concentrate? Everyone, please shred your data cube. What? Not everyone got a data cube? Well, life is never fair, is it? New command, give to. Try giving things to the shredders. Okay, so pick up. And what'll happen is this person won't be able to pick up anything, so they'll just stop executing. So that should work out just fine. So we'll do a step down. That'll put it there. I assume we'll take another step down. And then we'll use the give to command. And we'll give to below. Okay. So we pick that up. Everyone gives to there. That. Well, I got an achievement for doing that. Did everyone survive our first day with shredders? Yes, surviving is technically not a strict requirement, as long as the work gets done. So I guess that the characters will also be able to pass commands between each other, which will then mean that they will be able to set up workers that are concurrent but not necessarily parallel, meaning that they'll be doing separate jobs, and what will happen is maybe you have two people running back and forth, and then they hand the box in between them to do separate sort of processing. And for people who don't know what the difference between concurrent and parallel is, I am not going to explain that. Sorry. Shred lines. It has a very strict defined meaning, and it's really complicated. I think we can all agree shredding just one data cube is not enough. Yes, I understand your burning desire for more things to shred. Yes, you're welcome. We can't have data cubes scattered around like some sort of freewheeling tech company. You get a new command, end. Use end to tell a worker they're finishing the other program. You're never required to use end, but it can be helpful. I'm not going to use end. So, the way it'll work is we'll just do a step up. We'll have two branches here, which is get cube and kill cube. So, basically in the get cube command, we just keep stepping up until we are on a cube. So if we are on a data cube, we do a pickup. And then, maybe there's a more efficient way of doing this. But basically, we'll do this step of, I know what I can do. So, if we're not on a data cube, then we jump. Then it must be the case that we're on a data cube if we reach this pickup command. So then we will do the step down loop. So kill is going to be we step down if the tile below us is not equal to a shredder. So if it's not equal to a shredder, we do a jump up. Otherwise, we will then do the give to command. So we give to the shredder below us, and then we'll jump back to the get cube command. So once again, to explain that, we have two main functions here, get and kill. In get, we step upwards until we're on a data cube, and then we do pickup. Then we enter the kill phase where we step down until we find a shredder below us, we do the give to, and then we keep going. What'll happen is some of the workers are just going to wind up walking into the wall a bunch because I never did an end command, but I'm not going to do it because it's totally unnecessary. So we'll start seeing everyone pick this stuff up, drop it off. And if you watch the program flow, you can kind of track how people are entering these various phases of get and kill, and it's working basically completely as intended. So let's go ahead and start shredding everything. And yeah, if you were paying attention, you'll notice that people were, at the very end, kind of walking up to the wall for no good reason. I got the optional size challenge again, so, ladies. Little Exterminator 2. I don't remember doing Little Exterminator 1, but hey, must have gone well for me. Look at me programming. I solved this one for you. Well, sort of. The worker on the right just isn't working. Also, everyone dies. Can Can you fix it with only 2 changes? Watch. I assume that they walk off into their death. Yep. And that person does the give and then jumps in. That person does the give and then jumps in. So I assume, I don't know if I need to save the workers or not. And everyone must survive. Fix this program. Okay, so before the edit program, use the button to step through one line at a time. So touch a worker to observe their path through the program. So the other 2 workers are outlined here, but in red, I'm looking at Porter. And then there's Eve, and then there's Jesse. We'll start with Eve, and I'll just watch her real quick. So she does the step, and then they just do that until she detects a wall. So obviously what I can do is I can add a OR statement here where I look for a pit. So that's what I'll correct first. So she's a different case because everyone else is looking for walls. It's fine. So if we are not at a wall, or below us is a... If we're not at a wall, I see what the optimization was here. So if it's not at a wall, or it's equal to a hole, so it's not, we don't necessarily have to keep reusing this not equals paradigm here. So if we're not facing a wall, or the bottom is not equal to a hole, then we keep doing steps downward. Now that I've taken time to analyze this a little bit more, I do want the not there. Then we pick up the cube, and if it's a shredder below us, we give to it. Otherwise, we step to the right. And why this doesn't work is interesting to me. But maybe... Okay, so let me just step through everyone again, because I didn't actually do that. So we'll just step through with this person. I assume that she's going to live now. We'll just check that real quick. She picks up the cube. No. Whoops. Interesting. So stop. Okay, why didn't that work? So if it's not a hole or it's not a wall... Oh, I don't want this to be an and. I don't want that to be an or. That has to be an and. So both statements need to be true. So when they got here, they jumped into the pit anyway because this was an or statement, because technically below them wasn't a wall. So they died. Now, I don't know if that made a whole lot of sense, but it made a lot of sense to me. So okay, so they're gonna go down. They should pick up the cube now. Yep. So because the below them is a hole, they broke out of this loop and they did their pickup. So now this person's going to go to the right. They're going to do their give to. And then... Oh, I see. So if below them is a shredder, then they gave themselves to it as well. So if below them is a shredder and... What is this something? Oh, that means it can be in anything. I see. So, if they have a shredder, then they do a give to. Maybe I want them to always take a step. Maybe that will solve it. So, they then take a step to the right. But then this person will be stuck on this tile for forever. So, what we need to do is... we'll do step to the right a bunch. Otherwise... so, if below us is not a shredder, then we keep stepping to the right. Otherwise, we do give to. And then... Oh, I was supposed to change only 2 commands in theory. This is going to change more than that. So let's undo a little bit. And then think about what I need to do. Only need to add or change 2 commands, and I've already done 1, so I changed that one. So if below is not a shredder, then we do the give to.
It says is a shredder.
Yeah, if it is a shredder, sorry. Then we do give to. And let me see if I can just fix this with another conditional here. So I want to explore a little bit what my other options are. If down as a shredder, what is this direction? And my ground equals to up? Huh. I don't know what direction has to do with anything. That's really weird looking. Okay. So let's just delete that statement for now. So we do this give to when we have a shredder below us. And you know what's good about Boolean statements? If you're wrong, you're always just a bit off. Okay. We do this if we have the shredder, otherwise we step to the right. And I think it's pretty obvious what I need to do, but I can't quite see it yet. So I'm going to step through everything again real quick, and that ought to work just fine. Or I'm going to start paying attention to when this person gets over to the shredder and just see what I would need to change. So we go here, we do the give to, and then they do a step to the right. Yeah? Oh, I know what I need to do. So I'm step to the right a second time. So now that way they're not next to the shredder anymore. Wait. Give to, then step to the right. So now they will just keep walking to the right until the end of time. That's a nice lazy way to do it. I actually don't think that's a lazy way. I think that's exactly what I needed to do. That way they don't keep, this doesn't keep on evaluating to true because they've taken a extra step to the right and get out of the way before shredding themselves. That person would have shredded themselves, though, if the program had continued to run, which is kind of funny, but as soon as I solved the case, the game basically gave it to me. But that person was not able to take a step to the right, so the next turn, the next cycle, they would have checked if it was a shredder, they would have gave themselves to it, and they would have died. But, tell you what, I didn't see them die. Therefore, they never died, as far as I'm concerned. Problem solved. Anyway, thanks for watching.